we can do these live streams. So the all right. I think I've worked out the kinks here. Um, it is a work in progress for sure. So this is a test stream for Foul Pole to Foul Pole live, and what this is, it's going to be a daily show. Eventually, it's going to turn into a daily show where there's going to be softball content. Going to be bringing on guests. There's a lot of guests that I've already talked to that want to come on, want to talk about it. Talk about recruiting, talk about, we're talking current players. If you've been keeping up with the podcast, the last two that went out, Tony Rico from Firecrackers organization, and Jalen Ford, she's over there playing in Japan right now. Those are big podcast for me because very influential people in the sport, and they do a lot. Jalen's out there. Of course, she plays here for U-Trip Pride, and then she plays overseas in Japan. There's a lot of girls that play over there. So, and I want to bring those girls on as well, have them come in and just, talk to you guys. And I just happen to be the guy with just asking the questions and recording the podcast and kind of putting it out there. So, with that being said, there's a lot of different things that I want to do with the channel, with the podcast, just kind of using my platform that I've kind of created and turned it into just another way for athletes and parents and coaches to kind of share information, get together, because, truth be told, East Coast, West Coast, Texas, Northeast, Midwest, we all play the game. And we all do things the same, but we also do things a little bit differently. So having that connection to where we can kind of get together and, talk about it, I guess. This is what we're doing with batting. These are some drills that we do for our lefties. These are some pitching drills, some catching drills. This is what we do to warm up. There's a lot of information, and it's not like a secret. There's a lot of times where there's too much competition, I'd say, where, we want to beat them at all costs no matter what. Well, at what cost is that at 14U or at 12U? What are you really achieving by winning a championship at a certain age? Are we developing first before we start to worry about winning those championships? And that's kind of where I'm at now with this podcast and with the channel, trying to get as many people as I can to kind of come together and let's talk about it. Let's share our differences. Let's share our different opinions and kind of come to a common ground of let's continue growing this sport. Look at it. It's the fastest growing sport. If you watch the podcast just the other day that I had on there with Coach Rico, we were talking about how fast the sport's growing. Look at the popularity. It's all over ESPN. You go to YouTube and find all kind of different videos, different drills, different highlights. It's a matter of time before this thing is even more mainstream. And it's not just, the preseason tournament, early season tournament down there in Florida, or the College World Series that's getting on TV. It's going to be, the networks, ACC, SEC, Big 10, Big 12, these college networks that are having their regular season games on for these teams. So there's a lot of opportunity. There's a lot of discussion to be had, and I want to be there in those discussions, not leading the discussions, just being a part of those discussions, because I want to be able to pass this information on. And when I started this whole podcast thing, I've talked to a lot of different people, and I've told them the exact same thing. I could have went and talked to these people, whoever it is that I'm talking to. It doesn't matter whether it's Jalen or Megan Renblack, Scott Smith, Tom Bunn, Greg Metler, any of them. Name any of them. I could have reached out to them just like I did to have them come on the podcast and say, hey, let me pick your brain for a little bit and get your opinion, ask you some questions. And I could have kept that information to myself, but I couldn't do that. I'm not that guy. So I wanted to be able to pass that information on. So I have created this to pass this information on, because I don't know how many of you guys would have been able to find out how to reach out to some of these people. I didn't. I mean, I send them emails, or I'll hit them up on socials, or I'll DM them somehow. And I mean, they're busy. They got lives. They got a bunch of stuff going on, and they take the time out of their day to come on, talk to me, and they want to pass that word. And the cool thing is, there's no secrets. It's just, how do I go about getting recruited? What's the first step I should take? Help me with my social media page. There's always someone that is willing to help out, willing to talk to you, willing to get you to that next step. If you're willing to ask that question. I was in the Marine Corps, and I had a buddy who used to always talk about squeaky wheel gets the grease. And he used to say it religiously: the squeaky wheel always gets the grease. So if you have questions, if you're that young athlete, ask these questions. Talk to your coaches. The right ones are going to point you in the right direction. It may be that rival across town, and those two guys are buddies, and they happen to coach two different teams, but we're all on one big team together when it comes to trying to help grow the sport and develop athletes. So, and that's what this is all about. So I'm testing this live stream. I'm trying to work it out to where it's going to be multiple days during the week, bringing on different guests throughout the live stream for a couple of hours. The stream will be live in the mornings, and then it will go on to the VOD playlist, to where the episode can be watched whenever. It'll be on demand. So if you say, I do one next Monday, that as soon as it's done streaming, it will go uploaded to the channel, and then you can watch it whenever, just like the podcast. It'll be on there. It'll be on its own separate playlist. Hopefully one day it'll be on its own channel, and you can pick through it. It's going to have content. It'll have kind of recapping what's going on in the college world. I'll be sharing other people's podcasts that I find that are very helpful. Matter of fact, today I was on a podcast with Patrick Jones today, Patrick Jones Baseball. We're kind of working together on a couple things in the future. Future's bright with that. Just kind of picking each other's brain and being able to help each other help you guys. So it's a lot of good stuff coming on. When the season starts, there's more, college activity or professional league, Athletes Unlimited, any softball content, man. I'm going to put it on here. We're going to talk about it, throw it out there. I want you guys to jump in the chat and ask your questions. Like with this, just anytime you got a question, if you just want to say, hey, say whatever, jump in there. If you have a question, I'll answer the question best I can, or I'll mark it and I'll ask someone that may know a little bit better than me. We want to do a lot of the mental stuff too. We're going to talk about maybe the mental approach at batting, what catchers are going through, dealing with trying to juggle everything between different sports. So there's just a lot that's going to go on with this stream. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited about it too. As I do more streams, of course, more and more people will jump on there. They'll share it with their buddies. So make sure that you're sharing this information too when you get it. That's the best way to help this channel grow, and to get more guests on there to help out more people, is to just share this as soon as you find out about it. Like, hey, Tyler with Black Diamond Softball and Fitness is still doing his Foul Pole to Foul Pole podcast. Now he's got a live version of it, and it'll be a daily thing. It'll start out slow, maybe once or twice a week, having a couple guests on. We'll talk about it. We'll look at highlights, and then that'll be it. A couple hours, and then we'll go into the next day, and then just kind of whatever pops up, whatever happens, and something that I think you guys would find interesting, I'm going to throw it out there. So all this stuff is done in-house. The audio, the video, everything that you see. So don't pick on me too bad because it looks this way or it looks that way or his sound is bad or whatever it is. Don't hurt me too bad. I'm just a just a dumb former Marine that don't know too much, but try my best to get this stuff out there to you guys. I have a passion for it, and it's not just my three daughters. It's anybody that I care about. I care about athletes. I care about our youth. I care about the sport. So if there's any questions, leave them in the chat. Whether you're watching it now live, or if you're catching over on the VOD channel, the VOD playlist. Make sure you're liking and subscribing, whatever's out there. Help this channel grow. I do appreciate it. Just, any type of word of mouth on this really helps me out. And even if you're like, hey, this isn't good. You should do this better. You have these people on or do something different. Let me know. I mean, I'm I'm game for it too. Help me get better. What information do you want me to help track down for you? That's why I'm here. So I'm going to keep this up and running as I'm kind of testing this stream out, looking at different things. Pop into the chat if you're here. If you just got here, you can kind of go back when it's all said and done and kind of see kind of what this channel is going to be doing, what these lives are going to be. So there's a lot more coming in the future. I'm excited for it. So I'm kind of going to run through a couple things, and then just let me know. Let me know what you think. On my channel, if you've never gone to the channel, if you haven't hit that like button, that subscribe button right here, really easy. Black Diamond Softball and Fitness, just like just like the business name, just like if you get lessons with me, or if you've seen me on maybe TikTok or Twitter, it's out there, Black Diamond Softball and Fitness. Here's the channel. The podcasts are there, all of them. So they go with most recent to the later ones. And you can see, I mean, they started out rough. I mean, I'm thankful for the first few guests that I had on. I mean, Mary Williams, if you remember, she was the very first guest I had on way back when. And she was taking the bar, and she's becoming a lawyer, and she's now the assistant district attorney for the county. I want to say Alamance County. I'm not 100% sure, but congratulations to Mary on that. And my second guest is Heath Miller with the Firecrackers, and one of the best human beings that I can think of in the softball community. Just the dude is awesome. From Elise to Megan with Megram Softball, Kevin Hine, everybody, Elliot Sadler. Even had a chance to talk to Jason Hanawahine out there in Hawaii, talking about the culture and softball, across the pond there to Hawaii. I had a really good conversation with Jen Starkey. We were doing a lot of stuff on effective communicating with our children, with our youth, and trying to be the best people we can be. And of course, Michelle and Scott and Jamie, and just all the guests. I mean, we're talking to Kyle with Blast, just a lot of good stuff that I've had the opportunity to sit down and talk to these guys. It's a wonderful. I'm in a great situation. I consider myself super lucky to be able to talk to these people and pass the good word on. So we're live streaming now. So here's the channel. There's shorts on there. Any information that I think is pertinent, I'll throw it out there. And then some cool highlight stuff, the baseball stuff. We're watching Aaron Judge chase that 62. That was pretty cool. So I do share a lot of that. And then whether it's firecracker stuff or just really anything I think you guys would want to see, I throw it out there. So we will be doing some reacting to some stuff on this channel. We'll kind of see some live streams, some other live streams that are going on. I'll be trying to do some collaboration with some content creators, trying to do my part as far as getting this sport even further down the road, trying to help out as many as I can. So with that, we do have just the chatting portion of this. So it'll be interactive questions. If whatever you got, tell me. Say, hey, you should do this, you should do that, or I need help doing this, or who do I talk to about that? Throw it out there. Let me know. I'll do the best that I can to to help you out, or at least point you in the right direction. If you haven't jumped on and subscribed to the channel, again, do that. Like, comment, share, get this stuff out there for me. It greatly appreciate it. I'm just humbled that I do have the following that I do, and I hope I'm doing a good job by you guys and getting this stuff out there. So I guess this will be it for the test stream. I don't really know how this turned out until I stopped the stream and I kind of look at it and I go, okay, I could have made this change or that change. So if you're checking this out on the VOD after the live stream, leave a comment in there. Let me know what you think. Tell me how interested you are in seeing something like this. Even if you can't watch it in the mornings when it's live, or maybe you can listen to it, have it on the computer, your phone in the background while you're at work. Maybe you're driving to work, have it on in the car, something like that. Let me know. Let me know what you'd like to see or what I could do better. I'm all ears. So I'm looking forward to it. Next week, we're going to hit this thing running, hit the ground running, and try to make the best content I can as far as softball. So wish me luck, and I hope to see you guys and more in the future. Thank you guys for watching.